Live from Overton Stadium on the campus of University School of Jackson, the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios proudly present USJ Bruin baseball tonight. The Bruins taking on Jackson Christian, the Eagles coming in, and this is always an interesting rivalry. And you're going to see one of the rarities in that both pitchers are going to be in the leadoff spot in their orders. For the Eagles of Coach Chase McLean, Austin Kelly will be pitching, hitting first. Eli Terry will be in right field, batting second. In the third slot, Carson Holt, the designated hitter. Zach Creasy, the shortstop, is at cleanup. The left fielder, Easton Jones, batting fifth. Number 6 spot, J.T. Mullins in right field. The catcher, Wyatt Jones, is batting seventh. Reed Cooper, the second baseman, hitting eighth. And in the 9 spot, Daniel Green, the first baseman. For the Bruins tonight, Nash Kilburn will be on the mound. He is going to be leading off, followed by Max Kilburn, the catcher. Third spot, Clennon Harden, the shortstop, and in the designated hitter role tonight and hitting in the cleanup spot is Brooks Jones. In center field, Wyatt Scott batting fifth. Batting sixth, Maddox Rabin, the first baseman. And then Kurt Salmons, the left fielder, is in the 7th spot. Third baseman Corbin Howard batting 8th, and Logan Foster will be in the number 9 spot as the second baseman. And those are your starting lineups for the Eagles and the Bruins, and we're going to take this break and let you visit with some of our fine sponsors, and then we'll be ready for the first pitch of tonight's game.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Carlock Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oilwell Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Steve Beverly back with you from Overton Stadium in Jackson, Tennessee, on the campus of University School of Jackson. It's USJ against JC, and this is one that is always, it doesn't matter what sport it is a solid rivalry and definitely one of the more interesting ones that you have all across West Tennessee. Taking his warm-up tosses on the mound is Nash Kilburn, the pitcher. Our game time temperature is a little bit warmer than what we have this early in April, 85 degrees. And we've got a south wind blowing at about 14 miles an hour. That could be a factor in tonight's game. We'll just have to see if it affects any way with the fly balls that'll go to the outfield. And we're looking forward to this one. Tomorrow, we're scheduled for a softball game, but with severe weather in the forecast as early as 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's going to be one that we'll have to pay a close eye to, and looks potentially as though we may not be able to have that one tomorrow afternoon. I'm not going to tell you we're not, because it all depends on how the conditions are, but we are expecting severe weather potentially to start as early as 2 o'clock. We're already under a wind advisory for Jackson and Madison County, and that could continue. At least heavy rains are expected to continue until early Thursday morning. So we'll see how that all transpires, but now it's baseball time on a beautiful Thursday evening, and because of the fact that we're semi-overcast, the lights are already on, and we don't expect to have any shadows that are going to be a serious problem. Standing in is Austin Kelly, the counterpart of Nash Kilburn, and the first pitch. We are underway here. A ball and no strikes, just a little bit high. Nash delivers, and a high fly ball that's going deep to center field, and that one is out of here for a home run for Austin Kelly. So the pitcher circling the bases to help his own cause right off the bat, and he got all of that one. I don't think it was wind aided because it seems as though that the wind has calmed down a bit, but he just tore off on that one and got every piece of it. And that gives the Eagles first blood on top 1-0, and that brings up the right fielder, Eli Terry. And let's see if Nash just shakes off the cobwebs after that one. And the left-hander delivers just a little bit outside, a ball and no strikes. Carson Holt, the designated hitter, would be next. That one flies outside, 2-0. Terry is one of these. He's a good ground ball hitter. A lot of line drives, can really take it into the short outfield. And that goes right down in there for strike one call. 2 balls and a strike. Nash waits and delivers. And a bit high, 3 balls and 1 strike. I had a great time Sunday night with an all baseball theme on my TV classic show in Jackson. And boy, it was memorable to see all of the shows that had sitcoms, what have you. That one's a fly ball, high fly into foul territory, and it's going to be out of play. Bounced right in front of the dugout, and Max Kilburn just could not get over there fast enough to get it and snag it down, and he would have been into a whole host of Eagles had he done so. So we got a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Terry probably be swinging away if he sees the pitch he likes here. And he delivers, and that one is socked into left field, and about a 3-hopper to the left fielder, and he's in with a single. And that'll bring up Carson Holt, the designated hitter, with a runner on first. This is a perfect sky for twilight. You're not looking into the sun from the outfield as oftentimes you do when it's a perfectly clear night here after the 6 o'clock hour starts. Max delivers, and Nash, and it's a swing and a miss for strike one. That one dipped a bit, and Carson went around on it. The 0-1 pitch. And the runner somewhat feigned as though he was going to try to take off for second, but that one went down the left field line foul. I guarantee you, unless somebody has an odd body temperature, there are no blankets in the stands this afternoon. This is probably the closest thing that we've had all season long. That one's going to be fouled down the left field line. Closest thing that we've seen to short sleeve shirts, a few shorts in the crowd, and jeans. Everybody's just very comfortable out here tonight. Don't have a lot of humidity to go along with this mid-80s temperature. No balls and 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. And that one is going to go right to the center fielder. He takes it with one hand. And Hondo Scott nails that one for out number 1. That brings up the shortstop, Zach Creasy, still with a runner on first. In case you just logged on for us, it was Austin Kelly, the pitcher for the Eagles, in the leadoff spot, and he tore one into center field out of here to give the Eagles the early lead 1-0. That one a little bit low, but Max Kilburn gets the runner back. Nash with a 1-0 count. Easton Jones, the left fielder, will be next. See if they can try to pull a double play here. And that one is got a chance for it, and it goes off of the glove, and they still aren't able to get him at first. Goes off of the glove of the second baseman, and so we got runners on first and second. So charge that as an error to the second baseman, and that puts runners at first and second. And here's Easton Jones, the left fielder. They still got a double play opportunity. Nash in a bit of a jam here, but let's see if he can pitch his way out of it. He's a good strikeout pitcher because in relief, week before last he had one that he nailed 8 strikeouts. And the first pitch to Jones. And he drives one, and the left fielder is going to be right under it and takes it for out number 2, and the runners skedaddle back. JT Mullins is the right fielder with 2 down now and 2 on. Mullins, the left-hander, hitting against the left-hand pitching of Nash Kilburn. Down the lines, it's 320 feet here at Overton Stadium. And that one's fouled out of play. No balls and a strike. If Nash gets out of this one, it is a terrific job of pitching after getting 2 men on after the home run. So Mullins steps back in. Nash will be up first when the Bruins come into bat. Taking his time, trying to get the sign that he wants. And the left-hander delivers. And he got him to go around on that one. No balls and 2 strikes. Wicked curve. All right. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, and 2 out. Let's see if Nash can deliver a strikeout pitch. And that one is going to go right to the shortstop for out number 3. So after getting 2 runners on after the home run, good job of pitching by Nash Kilburn. There was one run on, I got to check my board here again. There was 1 run on 1 hit, on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. At the end of a half inning, it's the Eagles 1, the Bruins just now coming into bat.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Danny Giles Bruins about to step in, taking his warm-up tosses, is the starting pitcher for the Eagles, Austin Kelly, who hit a home run in the top half of the inning to give Jackson Christian a 1-0 lead. And it's the Bruins pitcher, Nash Kilburn, stepping in the leadoff slot, as he usually is. He is one of the best in the entire region at getting on base. You don't usually see him he doesn't have home run power, but boy, he can do a lot to get on base. And that one hit the corner for strike 1. Max Kilburn, the catcher, will be second, and Clennon Harden, the shortstop, hitting third. The pitch. And that one low and away, 1-1. Kelly doesn't waste a lot of time between pitches. And Nash steps out of the batter's box as they're going to pick up something stray. It looked like there was a ball out in the left field line. 1-1 count. And the pitch. And little bit high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Didn't miss by much. Wind in the pitch, and that one's going to be to the second baseman. He fires over to first for out number 1. So good job picking that one up by Reed Cooper, the second baseman, tossing it on over to Daniel Green at first. And that brings up Max Kilburn, the catcher, who is known in some circles as Max the Athlete Kilburn. And the pitch. And right down in there for strike 1 call. No balls and a strike. Eagles a run on 2 hits. The Bruins, just their second man up. They've committed 1 error, but that did not hurt them at all in the first inning because Nash Kilburn managed to pitch out of that jam. And the pitch. That one is inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Max Kilburn. And he's asking for time now. He delivers the pitch, and that one just, he couldn't hold up enough on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He wanted to hold back on that one, and it may have been a strike anyway, but he went around on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes and 1 out. And Max steps out of the batter's box once again. And outside, we've gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now he's ready. And so is Kelly, who delivers. And that one is low and away for ball 4. So Max Kilburn takes first with a base on balls. And Clennon Harden, the shortstop, is up. I love the way Max hustles down to first base after getting a walk. So Harden, the shortstop, with a runner on first and 1 out. Just want to try to keep it out of double play range. And the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Max is definitely a threat to try to steal. Getting a fair lead over at first. And Kelly's pitch. And got the inside corner for strike 1. A ball, a strike, and an out. Very patient at the plate. And quick throw over to first, and back in there in the dirt is Max Kilburn. And this is definitely springtime weather. In fact, a little bit early to be. It was 88 for a high today in Jackson. Swing and a miss for strike 2. We don't usually see that until sometime around the end of April. But it's a little bit worrisome when you think about what we've got ahead. And he's going to take off for second. And there goes the catch by the center fielder, and Max has to hustle back down to first. He was all the way almost down to second. That was a deep fly to center. And they get him back ready again. Getting ready to step in is Brooks Jones, the designated hitter, who's also playing right field tonight. And the pitch, high for ball 1. Boy, Max is so fast down there at first, and he would have, if that had dropped, he would have easily been into third. Kelly's pitch. It's the outside corner. Ball and a strike with 2 outs here in the first inning of play. Trying to hold the runner on at first. He's got a good pickoff move. And the pitch fouled out of play to the right. A ball and 2 strikes. Let's see what he throws him. He's going to try to go right down the middle or try to hit him with a curveball. Gets his sign and ready to deliver. And that one's tapped foul. Boy, Max had a huge jump on that one. So we go back again. Max has certainly had his exercise going back in 2 between first and second. And back again. And the pitch. Low down into the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly has thrown a lot of pitches here in this first inning. But he's managed to hold the Bruins simply to a walk. Jones is ready. And the pitch coming by Kelly. That's a high foul, and first baseman may have a play and takes it for out number 3. So Jones flies out to first to end the first inning. No runs, no hits. They did have a walk, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So at the end of 1, it's the JC Eagles 1 and the USJ Bruins nothing.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Well, here we go for the top half of the second inning, and we're going to be seeing the catcher Wyatt Jones for Jackson Christian. Nash Kilburn starting his second inning of work. Got out of a jam in the first inning and held the Eagles to a home run by his counterpart, Austin Kelly. So Jones, the catcher, coming up. This guy's got a lot of power. He's hitting in the 7 slot tonight. Nash getting ready for his pitch and delivers. And just a little bit outside for ball 1. And the second pitch is just inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Still have crowd trickling in here to Overton Stadium, enjoying this wonderful Tuesday night. It is so warm outside, and that one is low and inside for ball 3. So he's gone 3-0 to the catcher Wyatt Jones. And the delivery, and that one walks him on 4 pitches. So Jones starts off the second, reaching base on a walk. And that is the first base on balls given up by Nash Kilburn, and bringing Reed Cooper, the second baseman, to the plate. And let's see if they can pull a double play out of this one. They're playing at double play depth. Let's see what kind of speed. And that one is not quite there. Great effort. Huge effort by Corbin Howard, and just could not dive far enough before that one hit the ground, but got to hand it to him for that huge lunge to try to snag that one in. And it just goes as a big strike. You would have heard this place erupt if that had fallen in the glove. The 0-1, fake the bunt, pulls back, ball and a strike. Trying to get the runner over to second on a potential sacrifice. Daniel Green, the first baseman, will be next. And fires back over to first, and getting back in very quickly is Jones. Nash holding the runner back, and the bunt. And it's fouled right there in front of the plate, so it's a ball and 2 strikes. Now let's see if he's going to swing away now with 2 strikes. Cooper waits on Kilburn's pitch. And Nash delivers. That one way outside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Max got over there in short order to keep the runner on first. Let's see if he throws him a curve ball right here. It goes right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the runner is going, firing down to, and there's just no way they could get him. He got too big of a lead, and so take the double play out of it as Wyatt Jones makes his way with a stolen base down to second, and we've got a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Cooper. And fouled back into the screen to the left. So we'll wind up the clock again and do it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Max can get his strikeout pitch going here. The 3-2. Taking a lot of time on this one. And the pitch. Low, ball 4. So we open up with second straight base on balls, and here comes Daniel Green with runners on first and second. But now you got a double play possibility once again. Max has just not really had his real good stuff. When he had a couple of runners on in the first inning, he got them on flyouts, and let's see if he can get a ground ball here that could potentially nail 2 of them. The runners take their leads, and that one's a possibility. And they're not, let's see, did they get him at first? Had a chance at the double play, and it just went off the glove. And so they give him first base, and the bases are loaded. That was a close one down at first base. So score that error on the shortstop. 2 errors on the Bruins, and now we have got them jammed. No place to put the pitcher, Austin Kelly, and he hit a home run his last time up, back in the first inning. Kilburn delivers. Got it on the outside corner for strike 1. Nobody out, bases loaded. And here comes the pitch. A little high, 1 ball, 1 strike. No place to put him. They've gotten there without the benefit of a single hit. It's been 2 walks and an error that has jammed the bases here in the second inning for the Eagles. Nash delivers. Good curveball, but they say it was a bit high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Getting behind the hitters, so let's see how he can maneuver this one on a 2-1 count. And the pitch. Fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the second straight inning that Nash Kilburn has had to deal with a jam. This one a little bigger than the one he had in the first inning where he had 2 on. Now he's got them all there and nobody out with a 2-2 count. And he delivers. And that is going foul. Just bent foul. That would have probably brought in 2 or possibly 3 runs had that one dropped, because it was going to be a bit of a run for the right fielder, Brooks Jones, to catch up with it. So here we go once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. The wind and the pitch. And just got a piece of it as it went back to the box behind us. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hanging very tough in there is Austin Kelly. They give up the run to be able to get a double play out of this one. Got a force at every base and the pitch. And that curve just got away from him. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That looked like one of Phil Necro's old knuckleballs that he used to throw for the Atlanta Braves. All right, got a payoff pitch coming with the bases loaded and nobody out in the pitch. And it is low for ball 4. Just didn't get it up high enough, so give an RBI to Kelly. He walks. And that brings in Wyatt Jones on the bases loaded walk. And that is going to bring Danny Giles out to the mound. And we are going to see a reliever come in, and it's going to be Corbin Howard, who will take over at third. He'll move in from third base. So while he takes his warm-up tosses, let's take this break. Eagles on top, 2-0.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
So we're still in the top half of the second, and Corbin Howard comes in relief of Nash Kilburn. Close the book on him, except all of the runners on base he is responsible for, because we've still got him loaded with nobody out. So far, he's given up 2 runs and 2 hits, and this is a tough situation for Howard to come in. Nash has gone back out to right field. No. And here we go. And the pitch. A little high for ball 1. And Berkeley Pettigrew has come in to third base. And that one is low for ball 2. It is tough in the second inning to come right in cold, even with about 6 or 7 warm-up tosses, and have to handle a jam just like this. The wind and the pitch. Got the corner. 2 balls and a strike. If they could get a double play and be able to hold this down to a 1-run inning, would be huge for Corbin in relief. And the pitch. And that one's going to get away from the catcher, and that is going to bring in a run. And all the runners are going to advance, and that takes the double play option out. So that's a pass ball that will bring in Reed Cooper. And so Daniel Green and Austin Kelly have moved to second and third. It's a 3-0 game now. And all the damage has been done without a hit here in the second inning of play. And the pitch. And slap that one right into left field. Both these runners are going to come in. And we have a 5-0 game. Eli Terry with a 2-run single brings in Green and Kelly. And so we are now with a 5-0 game and a runner on first and still nobody out. Carson Holt, the designated hitter, stands in. He flied out to center field his first time up. 4 runs have scored here in the second inning for Jackson Christian. And the pitch. And he went around on that one for strike 1. That was inside, but he went after it. Lady Bruins on top in their softball game this evening, 6-0 in the top of the third. And the pitch, and he went after that one again. Fouled it off just to the left of Max Kilburn. No balls and 2 strikes. And let's see if he can finally get one out here in the inning. Takes his time waiting on the sign, and he's satisfied with it now. And the 0-2 pitch. And got a nasty curve, a bit of a changeup on that one, and that's the first strikeout of the game. So finally got one down, and stepping in now is Zach Creasy, the shortstop. He reached base on an error in the first inning, but it didn't do any damage to the Bruins' hopes. And the pitch. And that one goes into left field once again for a base hit. They'll hold the runner at second. So Zach Creasy with a single moves Terry over to second. And that is the second hit of the inning, 4th hit of the game for the Eagles, and brings to the plate Easton Jones, the left fielder. He flied out to left his first time up. 1 down and 2 on. Corbin Howard in relief of Nash Kilburn. He looks the runner back at second, and the pitch. That one down in the dirt. Ball and no strikes. If they don't get a double play, the Eagles will bat around in this inning. They try to work something against the runner at second. And that one, again, they found an open hole there between the shortstop and third baseman, and another run is going to score. Another run-scoring single. So Easton Jones brings in another one. Eli Terry comes in to score. J.T. Mullins, and they will indeed have batted around, and 1 out and still runners on first and second. Six 6-0 lead now for the Eagles. 1 around, 1 outside. Mullins ball and a strike to Mullins. No balls and a strike to Mullins. And again, looking the runner back to second. And he steps off the rubber. Logan Foster was moving in, hoping to take a throw, but changed his mind on that. The left-hander waits on the pitch. And he gets a bunt, and that is going to get everybody safe. So he gets a bunt single off of that. And the Eagles have them loaded once again. And that is the fourth hit of the inning and the sixth hit of the game for the Eagles. 6 runs on 6 hits, bases loaded, and Easton Jones with his second trip up to the plate. Outside, that's Wyatt Jones, that is at the plate for his second time tonight in this inning. He opened the threat with a walk and ultimately scored on a single. And he's got him jammed again, and that one's going down into the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Reed Cooper, the second baseman, is on deck. Boy, if you're a Bruins fan, wouldn't you love to see a double play right here? Fires one right down the middle for a strike one call. 2 balls and a strike. They got Creasy on third, Jones on second, and Mullins on first. The wind, the stretch, and the pitch. Inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. And again, no place to put him. And you can bet the runners on base will be moving with this pitch. And it goes right beyond the shortstop into center field, and they hold the runner at third, so it's only going to be 1 run to score. Looked for a second like they might have had a possibility at a double play, but didn't happen. And that brings in Zach Creasy with run number 7. And they've just bunched together walks and singles. The only extra base hit was the leadoff hitter of the entire game, Austin Kelly, the pitcher, who slapped a home run to center field. So here's Cooper, the 11th Eagle to hit in the inning. And he went after one. Had the downs on it, but no balls and a strike. Daniel Green, the first baseman, would be next. And the pitch. Got in the corner. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 coming with the bases loaded and 1 out. And the pitch. Down in the dirt. Once again, it's going to get by the catcher, and he gets in under the tag, and so once again, a pass ball brings in another run. And that brings in Easton Jones on the pass ball. So now runners on second and third. The 1-2 coming to Cooper. And the pitch. And that's going to go to the shortstop. Fires long to first. That brings in another run. So it's 6-3, but an RBI. Give that to Reed Cooper. As Mullins comes in from third on the fielder's choice. And it has been a nightmarish inning for the Bruins. 9-0, 9 runs on 7 hits, and here's the 12th Eagle to hit in the inning, and that's Daniel Green, the first baseman. And a runner on third. Ball and no strikes, 2 down. 8-run inning for the Eagles. And the pitch. And that one is going to be sliced into right field and bring in run number 10. He just went with the pitch. Well, Green is on first, and Cooper came in with the 10th run, and it looks like Danny Giles is going to come out and bring in a new pitcher. 9 runs in the inning, 5 of them, 9 in the inning. They had a run in the first inning. And let's see who's going to come in to relieve. Well, he's going to take his warm-up tosses, and we'll give you all that info after this timeout.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Rory Jones is now the 3rd pitcher for the Eagles, and he is going to face a runner at first with 2 out. But the Eagles have landed here in the 2nd inning with 9 runs. And the pitch. That one's fouled back. He delivered him a hard fastball, and that went up to the top of the screen. No balls and 1 strike. And they haven't had the benefit of an extra base hit in this inning. They picked up 6 hits, but they've also had 4 walks. That's high for ball 1. I know this is not the way that the that the Bruins would have preferred spending Tuesday night with what we're seeing on the scoreboard right now. That one way outside. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. And you've got Daniel Green on first. This is already the 3rd time to the plate for Austin Kelly, and he is the 13th Jackson Christian batter to hit in this 2nd inning. Man, that one, fastball goes down into the outside corner, and we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with the runner on first. Let's see if Jones can finally end the dilemma. Gets his sign and the pitch. High and inside, and that's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kelly hit a home run in the 1st inning, and then he scored on a bases-loaded walk earlier in this inning. And the pitch, the runner is going, and that's a high fly ball, and the shortstop is calling for it and takes it for out number 3. So they finally get Kelly out on a fly ball, but not before the Eagles came up with 9 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. So at the end of an inning and a half, it's Jackson Christian 10, USJ nothing.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Well, let's see if the Bruins can come up with one of those 5 or 6 run rallies like we have seen earlier this season. Boy, that was a huge snag by the second baseman. Almost went into the outfield. No damage, it would have been done. But it's going to be Wyatt Hondo Scott, the center fielder. And he will be facing Austin Kelly, who has been staked to a huge lead at 10-0. Bruins haven't had a hit in the game so far. And that one hits the outside corner, a wicked curve. No balls and a strike. Bruins had 1 base runner in the first inning. That's when Max Kilburn walked. That one didn't hit the corner the same way, so it's a ball and a strike. Maddox Rabin, the first baseman, hitting second in this inning, and then Kurt Salmons, the left fielder. There's a high fly that's not going to get out of the infield, and the second baseman calls it and takes it for out number 1. So Scott flies out to Reed Cooper, and here comes Maddox Rabin. Rabin, the first baseman, he's got plenty of power. And I know the Eagle fans would love to see him park one right here. That one just completely went away from the catcher. No hope on that one. A ball and no strikes. Bruins have hit 3 fly balls so far in the game, and that one's fouled out of play over into the parking area. A ball and a strike. Now, as we're approaching sunset here at Overton Stadium, it's just the perfect night for baseball, and that one's fouled in about the same direction, so it's no balls and 1 ball and 2 strikes. Taking his time. And let's see if Maddox is going to take this one outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kurt Salmons, the left fielder, would be next. And Kelly delivers. High fly ball. First baseman's chasing it, and it is out of play. He made a good run for it, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Lady Bruins have gone up 12-0 in their softball game just down the way. But somehow I just don't believe they're going to be playing tomorrow. That forecast just looks ominous. And the pitch. High ball 3. So he's worked it full. You got to believe if Maddox sees the pitch he wants, he's going to be swinging away on this one. So Kelly with the stretch and the pitch. And that one's going to get into left field for a base hit. So Maddox Rabin finally gets the first hit for the Bruins and just waited on his pitch and lined it into left field. And here comes Kurt Salmons, the left fielder. So let's see if we can get a 1-out rally started here for the Bruins. And the pitch. Just got around on it a bit too quick, so it's no balls and the strikes to Salmons with Rabin down at first. And the umpire comes over to get a new baseball. In fact, a couple of new ones. And maybe 3. For a minute, I thought he was going to go into a juggling act, but now he tosses one away. So interesting about all of that exchange. So we got no balls and 1 strike to Salmons. And let's see if he can smash one over into right field. They're playing him as a pull hitter. And the pitch. And he gets it. Oh, what a play by the second baseman. It looked as though that was going into the outfield for a single. Excellent play by Reed Cooper and gets him at first. Rabin moves down to second on the fielder's choice, and so here we go. Rory Jones, the pitcher. He came in relief in the top half of this inning, and the pitch. And that one's high. You'd love to see him at least bring in one right here so that they can get a little confidence back into the game. That was an excellent play, diving by Reed Cooper to toss out Salmons at first. 1-1 count to to Rory Jones. And that one's low, 2 balls and a strike. Logan Foster would be next. Kelly's held them to 1 hit so far. That one almost hit him. It was just inside, and that's 3 balls and a strike. Foster on deck. And the pitch to Rory. The stretch. And inside for ball 4. So, got some hope going here as he goes to first with a walk. And here's Logan Foster. Bruins with only 1 hit, but boy, this would be a perfect time to add to that total and get at least one of these guys home. So Foster awaits Kelly's pitch. And a little bit low and outside. Ball and no strikes. Bruins have got 2 on. They're trailing 10-0, but they're trying to put together some bunches for a rally. And that one is a drive to center field, and the center fielder gets under it, and one hand snags it for out number 3. Logan gave it a good ride, but to no avail. And so for the Bruins, they came up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. So our score at the end of 2, it is the Eagles 10 and the Bruins nothing.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Remember, you can see all of the USJ action, whatever the sport, as soon as the game is over. And you can see it on the YouTube page of Worthy Road Studios, as well as the Facebook page for BallGame Blitz. It is really a pleasure for me to be with you and to be a part of the BallGame Blitz Sports Network team. And stepping in is Eli Terry, the right fielder. He's got 2 singles in the game tonight, scored a run in the second when 13 Eagles came to the plate. And let's see if Rory Jones can do something about that and not allow that statistic to happen again. Jones, the third pitcher for the Eagles, and that one hits the corner, a ball and a strike. Eagles put together 9 runs in the second inning. That was the biggest output in a single inning this season against the Bruins. So they're going to have to try to scratch and claw their way back into this one. That one well outside, 2 balls and a strike. There were 3 walks and an error in that second inning that contributed to that long inning for the Eagles. And that one dips low, 3 balls and a strike. Carson Holt, the designated hitter, will follow, and then Zach Creasy, the shortstop. And the pitch, low and inside, and so we start the third with a walk. And so Holt comes to the plate. He has flied out and struck out. Zach Creasy, the shortstop, would follow. He's getting a little bit of a lead down at first. Jones delivers, and that's going to get away from the catcher. But call that one a wild pitch. So the runner moves down to second, taking off the double play possibility, and we've got a ball and no strikes to Holt. And he stands back in. And the stretch and the pitch. And he gets the inside corner for a ball and a strike. They're trying to keep that runner at second honest. But he is a threat to go to third. There's no question about it. Eli, if he gets a big enough lead, he may try it. And the pitch. Didn't get the corner. 2 balls and a strike. Lady Eagles still on top, 12-0 in the top of the 4th in their softball game. And the pitch. And he got around on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holt looked like he wanted to park that one somewhere, and it was nothing but air. The 2-2 count with the runner on second and nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. And the pitch. And that one gets away, but not far enough for the runner to advance. So we've gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Carson Holt. And he's getting his signal. Want to make sure he gets the right one. And the pitch. Inside for ball 4. So they open up with 2 walks. And that's what happened that started that big rally of 9 runs in the second inning. And Giles comes to the mound, and so he's going to take out Rory Jones, and let's see who comes in to pitch. This will be the 4th pitcher of the evening. So the call to the mound, and we'll be back to tell you all about who's there and what to expect right after this timeout.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Now, the fourth pitcher of the game for the Bruins is Nolan Foster. And he takes over for Rory Jones, who opened the inning with 2 walks. It has been a tough night on the base paths as far as giving up bases on balls tonight for the Eagles. And that, in fact, marked the 5th walk of the game. And nobody out. Runners on first and second, and Foster delivers and gets the corner for strike 1. Seems like every time a new pitcher comes in, they're having to get out of a jam. Looks the runner back at second, and the pitch. That one's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And except for Kelly's home run to open the game, they've had no extra base hits. And that one well outside, 2 balls and a strike. But it has been a tough night on the pitching arms for the Bruins, and we're still just in the top half of the 3rd inning. And the pitch. And that's a high fly ball going out to center field, and he is under it and takes it for out number 1. So Foster gets a fly out to center field, and that brings up Easton Jones, the left fielder. Easton flied out in the 1st inning and singled and scored. He had an RBI as well in the 2nd. And he steps in with runners at first and second. And the pitch coming from Foster. Just missed him. Ball and no strikes. Eagles 10 runs on 8 hits. The Bruins no runs on 1 hit. And Foster trying to get out of this one. He delivers, gets it right down the middle for strike 1. We're live from Overton Stadium on the beautiful campus of University School of Jackson. The wind and the pitch. And that one's going to be fouled back out of play. Maddox Raven went over to get it a look, but just too far beyond the fence. So we got a ball and 2 strikes now to Easton Jones. And J.T. Mullins, the right fielder, would be next. And the delivery just inside. So once again, we go 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and 2 men on. And the pitch. And that one is going foul. Just missed going over the third base bag and went into left field. And so we'll reboot it all over again with 2 balls and 2 strikes. And twilight emerges across West Tennessee, and the pitch. And that one's way high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we have gone full. And let's see what kind of pitch that Foster delivers, and you can expect the runners on base are going to be going with this pitch. He kicks and fires, and got him for strike 3. That is the second strikeout of the evening for Bruin pitching, and that brings up J.T. Mullins. Still with an opportunity to do some more damage with runners on first and second and 2 out. And he fires one, and that one goes out of play. No balls and a strike. Now, they'd love to be able to get an inning like this where they can finally get out of there without a run. Looks the runner back at second and delivers. And that one's going to be out of play to the left. No balls, 2 strikes. So stepping back in is Mullins. That 9-run second is what really has done so much of the damage here tonight. And he steps out of the batter's box. Now he steps back in. And the 2-2. A little bit outside. That was the 0-2 actually. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The runners on base, again, will likely be moving with this pitch. And here it is. And that one is sliced into right field for a base hit. And that brings home another run, and the runner is on third. He's not going to try to advance after the ball gets away, but on the fielder's choice, that is going to send J.T. Mullins to second base. So he gets a single, advances on the throw, but that brings home Eli Terry, and Carson Holt is on third. So here comes Wyatt Jones, the catcher. And the pitch. That's low for ball 1. Jones walked and scored in the second inning and got up to the plate yet again. He was the 10th man to hit in the inning and got a single and an RBI and scored. So he's had 2 runs on only 1 official at bat in the game. And he steps in with a 1-0 count and 2 out and runners in scoring position. And the pitch. That one is a bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. So Foster delivers. And that's low. 3 balls and no strikes. You put him on, they're loaded for Reed Cooper, the second baseman. And Reed has scored a couple of runs in tonight's game. And the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. It's now 11 runs and 9 hits for the Eagles, and the Bruins, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors. This is a big 3-1 pitch. And he fires. That one's going to be fouled out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 runners in scoring position for Jackson Christian. And let's see how he delivers this one. And struck him out. That's his second strikeout, and that's it for the Eagles in the third. And they picked up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. So we have completed 2.5, and the Eagles lead the Bruins 11-0.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Steve Beverly with you live from Overton Stadium in Jackson, Tennessee on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network, powered by Worthy Road Studios, and glad to have you aboard. But if you're a Bruins fan, this has been a hard one to take tonight. Down 11-0 at the end of 2.5 innings. And stepping in for his second appearance of the evening is Nash Kilburn, who started out on the mound and gave up 5 runs. And it was just a tough one all the way around for him this evening. But let's see if he can get another one started for USJ. And the catcher's coming out to talk to Austin Kelly. It was somewhat of an ominous forecast when you saw Kelly step up to the plate as the game's first hitter and blast one over the left center field wall. So let's see if Nash, who is outstanding at getting on, he grounded out second to first, his first trip up. And the pitch. And that one goes right into center field, line drive for a base hit. So Nash just timed his swing perfectly and got it right into center field. And so let's see if that can get a rally going. Max Kilburn walked his first time out in the first inning of play. And let's see if he can get on base again. This would be huge if they could at least claw back and get 3, 4, 5 runs here in this inning. Fires it over to first, and easily getting back is Nash. That's only the second hit of the game for the Bruins, and that one is a little high. Ball 1. Well, it's nice to see the turnout here tonight and everybody comfortable and not looking like their teeth are chattering. Our temperature's gone down to about 81 right now. And that one's high for ball 2. So if Max could pull another walk, we've got a good threat going here at least to get some early runs in the third inning. And he slapped that one into left field. Hard hit ball. It's not going to be, I say Max is going to be going to the wall, and so Nash is going to get there, and on the throw, Max has moved into second. So the Bruins have got 2 runners in scoring position. So the Kilburns are on second and third, and Clennon Harden, the shortstop, and this is the best threat that USJ has had so far tonight. Let's see if they can pick up 2, 3, 4, 5 here in the third inning. They've taken the double play out of it. Swing and a miss. Boy, he had a ripple at that one. Clennon flied out to center field, gave it a good ride in the first inning, and swung and missed at that one, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Bruins now with 3 hits, 2 of them here in this inning to open the third. And the stretch and the pitch, and a high fly ball. And the center fielder's coming in, but that's going to bring in a run. And flying into third base, almost standing up, was Max Kilburn. So on the sacrifice fly, Nash Kilburn comes in, and we got a runner on third. So Clennon, it's a fly out to center field, but you don't charge him the time at bat. That's the sacrifice fly, and so here comes Brooks Jones. And outside for ball 1. Takes his time and delivers. High for ball 1. Ball 2, pardon me. And taking a little breather and stepping back into the plate is Brooks Jones. And that one tapped foul. 2 balls and a strike. Got a runner on third. Bruins finally put one through here in the third. And Kelly, after all, appears to be human, giving up 1. And the pitch. And that's low. So he's gone 3-1 on Brooks Jones, and Wyatt Scott will be next. The pitch. That's a high foul that's out of play. So we've gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Brooks can at least drive one out into the outfield and bring in that second run. And caught him looking for strike 3. Believe it or not, that is the first strikeout of the game for Austin Kelly. So here comes Hondo Scott. The center fielder flied out to the second baseman in the second inning. And got the corner on that one for strike 1. If Wyatt can get on, then Maddox Rabin would follow. He's then on deck. And swung at that one, and it dipped. Beautiful curve ball. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 out, and Max Kilburn down on third. And the wind, the stretch, and the pitch. And that one just barely gets. That was really an accidental hit, but you'll take it. That brings in the second run for the Bruins. And Wyatt just accidentally tapped that one down the line and brought home Max Kilburn. So an RBI single for Hondo, and here comes Maddox Rabin. So the Bruins now picked up 2 runs on 3 hits in this inning. Kelly takes his time on this one. He's been staked to a 9-run lead, and finally stepping out of the box is Rabin. Maddox is the 6th Bruin to hit in this inning. Runner on first, and the pitch. And hit the corner on it. No balls and a strike with 2 out. It's hard to believe, folks. It's already April the 4th. This year has just flown by, and we're already into the second quarter. And that one is going to go to the shortstop, and it bounces off of him, and he can't make the play. So give him a base hit. Maddox with an infield hit. And here is Kurt Salmons, the left fielder. So the Eagles have runners on first and second. And they have picked up 4 hits in this inning. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Now, this would be huge if he could deliver a base hit and get a run in and another one over to third. That one's high. 2 balls and no strikes. Kurt grounded out second to first in the first inning. And that one slap foul down the right field line. All right, going to rewind himself. 2 balls and a strike to Salmons. And the pitch. And that one goes off of the rear end of the pitcher, and we're going to have the bases loaded. That's one of those that stings just a bit, although Kelly doesn't show any worse of the wear for it, but that's another infield hit, and you'll take them any way you get them. So we've got Salmons on first, Rabin on second, and Hondo Scott on third. And they're going to come out and talk to Austin Kelly, who's been hit hard in this inning. Now with the bases loaded, the Bruins just definitely need to get something going here. So here we go. And the pitch. Going after it hard and swinging and a miss. No balls and a strike. And that one's low and outside, a ball and a strike. Needs a clutch 2-out hit. And that one's tap foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch. And that one is going to get into right field for a base hit. And 2 runs are going to score. They won't get it into home, and clutch 2-out hit for the Bruins. And it is an 11-4 game. So big 2-run single. You still got runners on first and second, and here's Logan Foster. He flied out to the center fielder, gave it a good ride in the second inning. So the Bruins' alarm clock has gone off, and that one's a high fly ball that is going to be out of play. No balls and a strike. The Bruins now with 4 runs on 6 hits. Clutch bit of 2-out hitting. Ball and a strike. Foster, the second baseman, and he awaits it, and that one's going to be fouled back again. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. He's behind, but this could be a big one if he could put one into the outfield again. And that one is going to go. What a play. What a play. You got to tell you, that second baseman, Reed Cooper, has made 2 sensational plays tonight that have snuffed out rallies for the Bruins, and that was another one. But for the Bruins, this was a good one because they picked up 4 runs on 5 hits. They had an error in the inning and a walk. And as we say, 1 error and 2 men left on base. So now it's a little bit closer on climbing the wall. It's the Eagles 11, the Bruins 4.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
And stepping into the plate, Reed Cooper. And how many times in baseball history has someone who has made a sensational play stepped up to the plate to open the next inning? And we're in the top of the 4th with the Eagles on top 11-4 over USJ, and the pitch. And he faked a bunt and took the strike. No balls and a strike. And if Foster can hold it in this inning, maybe the Bruins can put another package together in their half of the 4th. They batted around in the 3rd inning, and Foster delivers. And there's the bunt, but it goes right to the pitcher. He fires to first for out number 1. Right on top of it. 1-3 on that one, and that brings up Daniel Green, the first baseman. He reached base on an error and scored in the 2nd inning, and also in the 2nd, had a base hit but didn't score. He was one of those 13 men that went to the plate in the 2nd. And he fires, and that one's going to go just past the 3rd baseman into left field for a base hit. So hit number 10 now for the Eagles. Green will be on first, and that brings up the pitcher, Austin Kelly. Hit a home run into center field in the 1st inning, and in the 2nd inning, he walked and scored and flew out to the shortstop. And the pitch right down in there for strike 1 call. So you have Green down on first, but 1 out. Got an option for a double play. And the wind and the pitch. Way too high. Runner's not going to be able to advance on that one. No, they hit him. Got hit on the shoulder. So Kelly's on base for the 3rd time tonight with a hit by a pitch ball, and that's going to bring up Eli Terry, who's been up all 3 times he's been in tonight. He's had 2 singles and a walk and scored twice. And he's got runners on 1st and 2nd. And the pitch goes down in the dirt, and they're going to try to get him at 3rd. Safe. That was a bang, bang play. But the runners now advance to 2nd and 3rd. So they've got him in scoring position with nobody out and a 1-0 count to Terry. And that one's low. 2 balls and no strikes. I want to say hello to all the moms and dads and the grandparents and all of the aunts and uncles, cousins of these athletes for both schools. And that one's called strike 1. glad to have you aboard because I know it's not convenient for a lot of you, and particularly if you live outside of Jackson, to be here in person for these games. And it's our delight to be able to bring it to you on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network, and that goes outside for ball 3. So let's see if Foster can avoid the walk that would load him up. And the pitch. And that one is to the third baseman. And he gets him over at first. The runners cannot advance. Smart play. So runners at second and third. And Holt, the designated hitter, is up. And that one's inside for ball 1. One-oh count with 2 men on in scoring position. And the pitch. And that one's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. And once again, an opportunity to load the bases if he gets on. This is probably a pitch that he's going to go for if he likes what he sees. And that one's low, 3-0. So Foster will probably be going right down the middle with this one, and let's see what happens. And I have every reason to believe that Holt's going to be taking this one all the way. And the pitch. And he walked him on 4 pitches. So the bases are loaded with 2 out. And that's going to bring up shortstop Zach Creasy. He reached base on an error in the first inning, singled and scored, brought home 2 in the second, and in the third, flied out to center field. He gave one a real big ride. And that one's low. 1 ball, no strikes. No place to put him. The runners on base are taking their leads. And with 2 down, the 1-0 pitch. And that one is fouled, and they're going to chase it, but not be able to catch up to it. One over on the grass just beyond the right field line, and that one was just bending foul too much for him to catch up to it. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Creasy. If he gets on, the left fielder Easton Jones would be next. The pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. And he may be looking at this one all the way. And the stretch and the pitch. And they call it low. 3 balls and 1 strike. So this is a huge one. He'll have the green light if he sees a pitch he likes here. The 3-1 to Creasy. And got it on the corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we've gone full with the bases loaded. Eagles still haven't been able to get anybody in this inning, and they have 2 down. Big pitch coming now from Foster. And here is the payoff with the bases loaded. And all the runners are going, and he struck him out. So Creasy strikes out, and that saves a bundle. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left on base. And so we have completed 3.5 innings. The Eagles 11, USJ 4.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Nash Kilburn, who's now playing right field, he stands in for his third at bat of the game. He singled and scored back in the third when 9 Bruins came to the plate. And that's in there for a strike. He grounded out in the first inning of play. But it was a big rally for the Bruins. And let's see, did he go around? No. Or did he? Well, let's see what happens on this pitch. Inside, did he hit him? It doesn't look like he's headed down to first base, so... So Kelly delivers outside for ball 3. And let's see if Nash is going to be taking this one all the way. And the pitch. Low for ball 4. And so, again, the Bruins open up with a man on. And here comes Max Kilburn. He walked in the first inning, and in the third, he singled and scored. Well, let's see if the Kilburns can team up to do some more damage here. Claw their way back into this one. 4-run rally in the third, and Max is going to step out of there. 4-run rally in the third, and they did it on only 5 hits. Going back over to first, but Nash is back in there. And so far, Foster has done a good job of holding down the Eagles after they got that 9-run second and scored 1 run each in the first and third for an 11-4 lead that they possess right now. At one point, it was 11-0. Pitch, and he caught the corner on that one. A ball and a strike. And our director, Paul Schultze, the head of the trucking company here at the BallGame Blitz Sports Network, has given way to Alyssa Tatch. Oh, went after that one. Ball and 2 strikes. And Paul's going to go over and take care of the business left over after the Lady Bruins went on a rampage and won 12-0 in their game tonight. And the pitch. Close. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And let's see if Nash is going to be moving on this pitch. Nobody out. And the 2-2. High. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he's gone full. And after Kelly was pitching a masterpiece in the first 2 innings, he's been hit with some threats here in the third and the fourth. And the Bruins have nobody out. And goes to first again. Runner back in. He has a good pickoff move. So we're going to try the 3-2 once again. And goes back to first again. Close play over at first. Nash's uniform will have to be summarily cleaned after this one is over tonight. All right, Max back in the batter's box, and here we go, and he's going to step out again. Kelly took too long. So we got another 3-2 count and a 3-2 pitch. And he goes back to first again and picked him off. Nash could not get by that one. An excellent pickoff move on the part of Kelly, and so he goes down 1-3, caught stealing, and so bases cleared now with 3 balls and 2 strikes and 1 out. And the pitch. And that one smashed down the left field line for a base hit, and that's one of the things that you'd look at and say what might have been if Nash had not been picked off. Clinton Harden, the shortstop, he flied out to center field in the first inning, and in the third, he hit a sacrifice fly that brought in a run. So let's see if he can move Max around. And that one's fouled back behind us here. No balls and a strike. Bruins now with 4 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Eagles, 11 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. And he's keeping Max honest over at first base. And the pitch. And he hit him. So Clennon goes down to first with a hit by a pitch ball, and that's going to move Max Kilburn to second with 1 out. And without that pickoff, we may have the bases loaded right now. But they're going to come out, and Chase McLean's going to talk to Austin Kelly to see if he's tired, if he's okay. They're going to leave him in. And that brings up Brooks Jones. He flied out to the first baseman in the first inning and was caught looking on strikes in the third. Jones playing a designated hitter tonight. Let's see if he can deliver. And the line and the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Only 1 out. Bruins had some clutch 2-out hitting back in the previous inning. And that one gets the corner, a ball and a strike. Hondo Scott would be next. And the pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Just got to get these runners over and then see if you can bunch another package together. That one's low for ball 3. So it's 3 balls and a strike. And runners on first and second. Our temperature about 78 degrees now as the darkness has set in, but very comfortable night to enjoy a baseball game. And the pitch. And that one's tapped. And third baseman's going to have to hurry. And couldn't get him at second, and so that was a slow roller, but give him an infield hit. So Hondo Scott comes up with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put him, and let's see if he can deliver here. Hondo has flied out and then singled and scored. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He drove in a run with that single in the third inning. Key thing you want to avoid here is a double play. And the pitch. And that one's low down in the dirt. A ball and a strike. Eagles making one of their patented middle inning rallies here, and they'd like to just keep clawing away at this thing, and if the relief pitching can keep the Eagles where they are at this point, and they could get another 3 or 4 spot in this inning, we've got ourselves a ball game. Ball and a strike. Runner at every base. And let's see what Hondo does on this one. And that one goes into the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Bruins had a 4 spot in the third after falling down 11-0 in the pitch. Ooh, he went around on that one. He just blew that one by him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still only 1 out with the bases loaded. And the pitch. And caught him looking. So 2 down. And the first baseman, Maddox Rabin, is up. He has singled twice, both in the second and the third. Now let's see if Maddox can do a hat trick for us right here and bring in a couple of these runners. The pitch, low into the dirt, but the runners cannot advance. 1-0 count. Maddox has got a big swing up there. But frankly, you'll take a base hit that could bring in 2 right now. The 1-0. In the corner. Ball and a strike. And the 1-1. And he went after it late. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And let's see what Maddox does on this one. And the pitch outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maddox, a very patient hitter. Let's see if he goes with this pitch. I know the 2-2. And outside, ball 3. So they've gone full. And no place to put Maddox Rabin. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 out. The wind and the pitch. Hey, and that gets away from the catcher, but it doesn't matter because that's ball 4, and that brings in a run. So an RBI for Maddox Rabin on the bases loaded walk. And that brings in Max Kilburn. And here's Kurt Sammons. He's the 7th Bruin to bat in this inning. An 11-5 game. That's in there for strike 1. Bases still loaded. Bruins 5 runs on 7 hits. Kelly delivers. That's low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Salmon's been on base twice. He singled in the third. That's a high fly ball. And the center fielder calling for it. And he takes it for out number 3. So the Bruins could not get the other runners home. It was 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and 3 men left on base. So your score at the end of 4 is Jackson Christian 11, USJ 5.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Top half of the fifth inning here from Overton Stadium in Jackson, Tennessee. Bruins thought they had something going. They did manage to get another run there in the fourth, but left the runners stranded. But they've closed it within 11-5. That brings up Easton Jones, the left fielder, to begin the fifth, and that one's fouled out of play. And Nolan Foster is working part of his third inning of the game. He's the fourth pitcher of the night for the Bruins. He's done a good job of holding them after that big offensive first three innings that they had. That one down in the dirt, a ball and a strike. It was just one of those horror movies of a second inning that has made this game, as I don't want to say out of reach, because the Bruins still have 3 innings to try to make a rally. And the last 2 innings, they have done well with that. 2 balls and 1 strike. But boy, trying to come from behind by a 9 spot, that is having to climb a Werner ladder. And the pitch. High ball 3. So he's gone 3-1 to Easton Jones. And JT Mullins will be next. Jones rests that bat right on his shoulder, and he takes a walk. So the fifth is open up with a walk by Jones, and here comes Mullins. Mullins has flied out to the shortstop. He has singled and scored in the second, and in the third, singled, did not score, but he is 2 for 3 in the game, has an RBI, and that's in there for strike 1 call. Let's see if they can pull a double play out of this one. They're playing at that depth. Fires one, and the runner is taking off, and they'll never get him. He stole that one on the pitcher. So a stolen base for Jones takes off the double play option. Ball and a strike to Mullins. And the pitch. And he tries to bunt it, and it goes foul. He's got a 1-2 count. The Eagles have had 10 hits in the game, but they were finally stymied in the fourth by Foster. Didn't get anybody across the plate. And that's exactly what they would like to see here, in time called. And he's aware of that runner at second and delivers. And he went after one outside for out number 3. And that is the 4th strikeout by Bruin pitching. It is the 2nd by Foster. Wyatt Jones, the catcher. That one inside, but the runner can't advance. As we've mentioned to you, we're under a wind advisory starting at 4 a.m., and it's going to go until late afternoon tomorrow. And the forecast is not promising for us to get tomorrow's girls softball game in, but we'll encourage you to keep tabs on that with your favorite weather source online. But it just does not look like this is one of those that, again, that we've had to deal with for 3 consecutive weeks of serious storms, particularly in late afternoon and early evening. 2-0 count and the pitch, and the curve got away from him, so it's 3-0 to Wyatt Jones. Jones has walked, singled, scored twice, and struck out. Let's see if he tries to go right down the middle here on the 3-0 count. Outside, and that's ball 4. So bases on balls have hurt in this inning so far. They've got runners on second and first. And that's going to bring up Reed Cooper, the second baseman, and he has been Mr. Fielding play tonight. He has had 2 big plays that, by all rights, should have gone into right field for base hits. Now he's up with runners at first and second in the pitch. And that one goes low, and catcher, boy, he bluffed going to second, and getting back in there very, very quickly was Easton Jones. Cooper tonight had a walk and scored. He had a bases loaded walk back in the second inning. And he grounded out in the second because he was up to the plate twice, and grounded out in the fourth. 2 balls and no strikes, and runners on first and second. And Foster delivers right down in there for strike 1 call. You'll take a strikeout, but you'd love to have a double play. Runners taking their leads at both first and second. And they all dash back very quickly as he steps off the rubber. 2-1 count. We'll recalibrate it once again. And the pitch as he looks the runner back to second. And the runner's going to third, and they're not going to get him. Runner stayed at first, but on the steal, Jones is now 90 feet away, and that's his second stolen base of the evening. So Cooper seems like he has been up at the plate for an eternity right now. He's got a 3-1 count, and now runners at first and third. The wind and the stretch, and the runner's going to second. And strike 2, but stolen base for Wyatt Jones going to second, so now they've got them both in scoring position. And Cooper with the 3-2 coming. And Foster delivers. Got him for strike 3. And that is the third strikeout for, and fifth of the night for the Eagles, third strikeout for Foster. And that brings up the first baseman, Daniel Green. He's been on base a lot tonight. He reached it with an error and scored in the first inning. He singled in the second inning, and then he had a walk in the fourth but did not score. So this is his 4th trip to the plate tonight. 0-1. If he gets out of this one without a run coming in, it'd be a tremendous job of pitching for Nolan Foster. We're in the top half of the 5th. And that one's going to be tapped. It's going to be a bang-bang play, and he's not going to be able to get anybody. Infield hit brings in a run for Green. So coming in to score was Easton Jones, and runners are now at first and third. And here comes Austin Kelly, the pitcher. Hit a home run to center field his first time up. He walked and scored in the second and also flied out in the second. And in the fourth, got on base again with a walk. So officially on the evening, he is 1 for 2. And the Bruins now on top 12-5. They're on the corners with the pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 1 ball. No, 2 balls and no strikes. Kelly has really been dependable tonight to help his own cause. And he'd like to deliver with 2 outs here, and that one's in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. If he gets on, bases loaded for Eli Terry. The wind and the pitch. Low for ball 4. So, no place to put anybody else now as Kelly goes to first with a walk. Green goes down to second, and on third is Wyatt Jones, and here comes Eli Terry, and outside for ball 1. Eagles 12 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Bruins 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors. And the wind, the pitch, low down into the dirt. That may bring home somebody. Yes, it will. So they come in with the 13th run on the wild pitch. So everybody advances. Kelly moves to second. Easton Jones comes in to score. And you got Daniel Green moving over to first. And we're going to have a pitching change once again. So we are in the top half of the 6th. Pardon me, the top half of the 5th. And once again, the Eagles are on top 13-5. Let's take this pause for a moment.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Well, Clennon Harden moves over from shortstop to become the 5th Bruin hurler of the evening. He's facing another jam once again, as it seems like except for one inning, it's been that way all the way across the board for USJ. They're trailing 13-5, and again, bases on balls have been the problem. And just scoring on a pass ball. And it's going to be a 2-0 count as he comes in. And Eli Terry at the plate. Both runners in scoring position. And the pitch in is outside. Boy, I tell you what, they were bluffing coming home on that one. Didn't quite do it. Green trots back to third. 3 balls and no strikes. You can put him on first. And on the inside corner, he thought he was going for a walk, but he's going to walk back to the batter's box. 3 balls and 1 strike. Low, ball 4, so they are jammed once again. And that is the 7th walk of the evening for the Bruins. Stepping in, the designated hitter, Carson Holt. He's walked twice, struck out, and flied out to center field. And the pitch in the outside corner for strike 1. And this is where this has got to be huge. And that one is a lazy fly ball, and the left fielder is coming in quickly and snags it for out number 3. That was a big, big play. Nice running grab on that one. So, 2 more runs have crossed for the Bruins, for the Eagles. And they did it with 2 walks, no errors, and 1 hit. So we have completed 5.5, and the score is Jackson Christian 13, USJ 5.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
Well, back we go as the Eagles put 2 across in the top half of the 5th to go up 13-5. And checking in is, and that one is down low. No balls and a strike. High, ball 1. We don't have a number 38 on our roster. So we're not sure who this is at the plate for sure. That one is fouled out of play. 2 balls and a strike. The wind and the pitch. And that is in there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2. And your relief pitcher is Caden Nanny, who has come in place of Austin Kelly. High, ball 4. Here's the second baseman, Logan Foster. So the Bruins have a runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th. And a high fly ball, lazy fly, and the left fielder taking about 7-8 steps and comes in and snags it for out number 1. And Nash Kilburn steps in. It seems like about 2 days ago that Nash was the starting pitcher for the Bruins tonight. And Nanny delivers, and that's high for ball 1. So you can close the book on Kelly. He gave up 7 hits and 5 runs, and he stands to be the winning pitcher if this one holds up. And that one gets away, and that's going to move the runner down to second. So we got a man in scoring position. And the wind and the delivery is inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Now let's see if Nash can work a walk here. He is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. And the pitch. In there for strike 1, and he was taking that one all the way. And let's see how Nash can deliver here with a 3-1 count and the pitch. And that's inside for ball 4. So you'll take the walks any way you can get them, and you got men on first and second with only 1 out. And here comes Max Kilburn, the catcher. Max walked in the first. He singled and scored in the third, and singled and scored in the fourth. And that one's low and away. And the runners are going to move to second and third, so take the double play off of that one. So let's see if Max can advance these guys home, because every little bit helps when you're trying to climb that ladder back from 8 down. That was a slow curve, and it didn't drop. 2 balls and no strikes to Max Kilburn. And Corbin Harden will be next. Bruins have 1 out and the pitch. And he took that one all the way. 2 balls and a strike. Nash Kilburn is at second. And you got a runner on third, and 3-1. So Bruins could load them up with another ball. That's familiar territory for Max. And Nanny with a wind and the delivery. And there's a drive that is going into left field. Did he get it? No, they're going to have to go over. Center fielder's going over to catch it. That is going to bring home 2 runs. And he's going to stop at second with a stand-up double. And that brings in 2 more for the Bruins. Clutch hitting for Max Kilburn. 2 RBIs for Max. And here's Clinton Harbin, who has been in on relief. And the pitch. And there's a high fly ball into left field, and it's going way back there, and that ball is out of here for a home run. A big one for Clennon. Everybody in the stands was just looking back and saying, go ball, and it indeed did. A two-run homer, and we got ourselves a game now, 13-9, with only one out here in the bottom of the fifth. All right, Brooks Jones to the plate now. Let's see if he can keep the rally going. This is the second 4-run inning for the Bruins tonight. I tell you, Clennon tagged that one, and it just kept blowing and blowing out to left field. And I thought for a minute the left fielder was going to climb the fence and try to get it, but that was huge. All right, bases are cleared, and that one's in there for strike one. But you got to hand it to the Bruins. I mean, this could have been a wave the white flag night when you were down 11-0, and they've closed it to within 4, and that one's fouled back for strike one. And they have gotten the fans back into this one as well. The 0-2. Low for ball one. And let's see if Brooks can get on and get another threat going. Hondo Scott is on deck. High for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the fans are getting a little more encouraged now. And the wind and the 2-2. And that one is going into left field for a base hit. Excellent job of hitting by Brooks Jones. Saw a runner on first with 1 out. And here comes Hondo Scott, the center fielder. He is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled and scored back in the 3rd. He's flied out and struck out. Now he's up with a man on first and trying to keep this rally going. 4 runs have crossed the plate for the Bruins. And the pitch. And that's fouled away. No balls and a strike. Yeah, we were in the top half of the 3rd, and the Eagles were just running away with it, 11-0, and then they put a 4 spot on, added another one in the 4th, and then that one's outside. They almost got him at first, but he's back. Catcher with a heads-up play, but good job of getting back by Brooks Jones. He looks the runner back at first again. And the pitch. Got the corner, a ball and 2 strikes. All right, this is a big pitch for Hondo. Maddox Rabin would be next. He is the 7th Bruin to hit in this inning and struck him out. But the runner moves down. So Brooks Jones stealing second, and here comes Maddox Rabin. Maddox has been on base all 3 times tonight. 2 singles and a walk. And the pitch. Slow one, and that hit him. So with Salmons coming back up, that means the Bruins have batted around here in the 5th. Boy, Kurt Salmons, if he could get one, particularly as a left-handed hitter, and just park one out there in the gap in right field, you'd have 2 more runs coming in. Said it's on the inside corner. No balls and a strike. Taking his time, runners taking their leads. You'd love to get at least one of these in here, and he steps off the rubber. An 0-1 count, runners at first and second, and 2 out, 4 runs in here in the 5th for the Bruins. And caught the corner. No balls and 2 strikes. So this is a big one coming here for Salmons. He's been on base twice tonight. Flied out his last time up. And the pitch, and the runners are going. And he curved that one, and he is going to score with the 10th run. What a play. You give him a base hit on that one. He just went with the pitch, and it hit the base and then went off the foot of the third baseman, but don't count that one as an error. And here comes Braden Jones. So we got a 13-10 game. And the pitch hit the corner, no balls and a strike. This is the 10th Bruin to hit in this inning. Back in that 9-run second, the Eagles had 13 to come to the plate. And there's a high fly ball going back to center field, and the center fielder is under it and takes it for out number 3. But it was a big inning for the Bruins. They picked up 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. And so we have completed 5 innings of play. We got a game, folks. It is Jackson Christian 13, USJ 10.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, it's the never say die USJ Bruins tonight. We've still got 2 more innings to go, but from an 11-0 deficit, they have rallied for 10 runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th to slice this lead to 13-10, each team now with 11 hits. And Zach Creasy, the shortstop, is at the plate, and a strike. The key thing on the mound is just to keep them where they are right now, and particularly if you're a USJ fan. The 0-1 pitch just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Creasy has had 1 opportunity to reach base tonight. And got it on the corner. Actually reached base twice in the first inning on an error. He singled and scored, had a 2-run single in the second. He's flied out and struck out. And the 1-2. And that one's a drive into left field. He solidly hit that one for a base hit. And that will bring up Easton Jones, the left fielder. Tonight, Jones is 1 for 3 officially. He's got a couple of stolen bases. He singled, walked, flied out, and struck out. And once again, as we've said several times tonight, here's where you'd love a double play. Got him on the corner for strike 1. There's a move to first base. Gets back in there in time. Wyatt Jones, the catcher, would be next. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. The wind has not been a factor here tonight. It was blowing about 12 to 14 miles an hour when the game started. It's very light wind tonight. That's going to change tomorrow. And they said that one was high. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm going to keep his eye on that runner at first. It's only a 3-run lead now, but don't be surprised. And he hits the outside corner for 2-2. You want to try to keep the double play possibility, if at all, in your bag of tricks here. And the pitch, he struck him out. He's got to go to first. Hey, he held on to it for strike 3. And tonight, that is the 6th strikeout for Bruin pitchers. Here's J.T. Mullins, the right fielder, and he got hit. That one just simply got away. So they've had a single and a hit batsman. There's 1 down with runners on first and second, but you just want to hold them Bruins right here. Wyatt Jones, the catcher. They're playing at double play depth. Outside, ball 1. That wind's kicking up a little bit more as we see the flag shifting over in the right center field area, and it's blowing in toward us, so that could hold a fly ball up. That one's on the corner, ball and a strike. "13 runs, 12 hits for the Eagles. That's outside, 2 balls and a strike. 10 runs, 11 hits for the Bruins. The 2-1, outside, ball 3. Don't want to lose this one if you can possibly avoid it. Up next would be Reed Cooper, the second baseman. And the 3-1, and he steps off the rubber, and the runners go back. Top half of the 6th. Bruins down by 3, and here's the pitch. And that one's low for ball 4, and we have got them loaded. So Jones goes down to first. Mullins at second, Creasy at third, and here comes Reed Cooper, the second baseman. And on the evening, he is officially 0 for 3. He walked and scored in the first inning. Reached base on a fielder's choice, and then scored in the second inning in his second time at the plate. And so we're going to have what appears to be another pitching change, and this will be the 6th pitcher as we have the call to the bullpen. So we'll be back in 60 seconds and set this one up for you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way, peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
And your sixth pitcher of the game, moving over from second base, is Logan Foster. And he has the unenviable task of coming in with one out and the bases loaded. And it looks like we've got a pinch hitter coming in, and that is Hardin Wynett. Hardin Minot, pardon me. So Hardin steps in with an opportunity to provide some insurance for the Eagles. And Foster fires, and he got him low on that one, 0-1. One out. Double play can end the inning. You got to play at every base. And Logan delivers. And pure fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. And the wind, the stretch, and the pitch. Oh, inside. He hit him. Just got away from him after doing a brilliant job in his first 3 pitches, but that one got away from him, and so that's an RBI hit batsman. And that moves all the runners up. So it's a 14-10 lead now for the Eagles. That's one you didn't want to see happen if you're a Bruin fan. Still just one out, and the pitch. And that one's low for ball 1. No place to put him. Daniel Green has been on base every single time he's been up in his 4 plate appearances. He scored 1 run. That's in there for strike 1. He reached base on an error. He's had 2 singles, and he's walked. Well, the box score is going to show a lot of offense in this game tonight. And that's a high fly ball straight up. Catcher is going to be chasing it. Can he get to it? No. He lost it in the lights. There's just no other way you could say it. He was hunting that ball and would have all the way from here to Kroger and just simply lost it in the lights. Ball and 2 strikes with the bases loaded and 1 out. And Logan Foster delivers. Struck him out. And so that is now the 8th strikeout of the evening for the Bruins. And that brings back the original pitcher, Austin Kelly. He homered in the first inning to get things started for the Eagles. And he was staked to a big lead, and again, he stands to be the winning pitcher in this one. But Logan Foster is wanting to do something to sit him back in the dugout. A ball and no strikes with the bases jammed. And the pitch. Oh, that one was close, but 2 balls and no strikes. Eli Terry, who's been tough on the base paths tonight, would be next. The 2-0. Hey, got him. Blew that right by him. Nothing but smoke. 2-1. If you can hold them to 1 run in this inning and then put together another big rally in the 6th, would be huge. The stretch and the pitch, and that is going to be, and it goes by the shortstop, and that's going to bring in 2 runs. Tried to dig down deep and pick it up, but that just got out of the range, and that brings in 2 runs, and so we have a 16-10 game. So Austin Kelly has done an awful lot to help his own cause tonight. Runners now at first and second. So 3 more runs have come in here in the top half of the 6th for the Eagles. That ball was high, ball and no strikes. And Eli Terry, who has been on base 4 of the 5 times he has been on tonight, and this is his 6th trip to the plate. And he is the 8th Eagle to hit in this inning. 2 balls and no strikes. They got a force play at first, second, or third. Foster delivers. And that goes down in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. You don't want to lose this one with Terry, because then you got another guy, Carson Holt, who's taken a couple of walks tonight. And the pitch. High ball 4. So they are jammed once again. And here comes the designated hitter, Carson Holt. He's been up 5 times tonight, has walked twice, flied out twice, and struck out. So he's officially 0 for 3. And the pitch. Inside. No place to put him. Ball and no strikes with 2 outs. And the stretch and the pitch. High again. Ball 2. You can see Logan a little bit frustrated that one didn't dip for him. 16 runs on 13 hits for the Eagles. You'd think this was a low-scoring football game tonight. And the pitch, that's in there for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. And the runners take their leads. I expect them to be moving on this pitch. Low for ball 3. So he's got to get him on this pitch. And you can hear a few editorial comments from the fans who did not agree with that call. Here we go with the 3-1. And the pitch. High, ball 4. And once again, they have batted around. And that brings home Cooper. So the bases loaded walk makes it a 17-10 game. And here, once again, making another stride out to the mound is Danny Giles. And let's see who he's called, making another call to the bullpen. And it looks like it's going to be Kurt Salmons coming in from left field. So, 7th pitcher coming in for the Bruins, and we'll tell you all about him when we come back.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
You get the idea that both of these teams have to be just about exhausted tonight, because this has been a long, long evening. We started this at 6 o'clock tonight, and we've been at it for I'm looking at the clock now, about 2 hours and 41 minutes. 17-10. 2 touchdowns and a field goal for the Eagles and a touchdown and a field goal for the Bruins. And the Eagles still have the bases loaded with 2 out. And Kurt Salmons is the 7th pitcher for the Bruins tonight. It has just been hard to find the key to unlock what is going to stop the Eagle machine tonight, and they have only been held scoreless in 1 inning. And checking in at the plate for the 2nd time in this inning is Zach Creasy. His 6th trip to the plate tonight. And the wind, the left-hander pitches, and that's a drive, but it looks like the center fielder is right under it and takes it, and they are out of it. Creasy gave it a good ride, but it was picked up in center field for out number 3. But not before they picked up another 4 runs on 2 hits, 3 walks, and 3 men left on base. So here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Bruins trailing it 17-10.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Bottom half of the 6th inning with USJ needing another big rally. And Jackson Sill stepping up to the plate. And the wind and the delivery. And he gets the corner, 2 balls and a strike. The wind and the pitch. That's low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now let's see if the Bruins can pick up another one here because they had a 5-run rally back in the 5th. Well, they've changed the count now to 2-2. And that one is to the third baseman. He's going to have to hurry to get him, and he does. A good job of hanging in there by the third baseman. So a 5-3 put out at first. And here you go once again with Nash Kilburn, who's been on base 3 times tonight. That's high for ball 1. He has singled and walked twice and scored 2 runs. And the pitch. That's low. 2 balls and no strikes. And the wind and the pitch. Got him on the corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Nanny with the pitch. That's high, 3-1. So let's see if Nash can deliver this one and get on base for a 4th time tonight. And the pitch. Inside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he's gone full. He's in relief of Austin Kelly, who went the first 5. And that one fouled back to the screen. Kelly actually went the first 4 tonight. The wind and the pitch. Inside, ball 4. So Nash has reached base for the 4th time tonight. Max Kilburn, the catcher, and he's been on base all 4 times tonight that he's been up to the plate. A walk, hit by pitch ball, a single, and a double. So 2 for 2 officially this evening, and tried to throw that one over there, and it gets away. I don't know if I don't think Nash is going to try to get away with that one, and it's probably a good thing. Even though they casually went back to retrieve that one, I don't believe Nash could have probably made it to second with a good throw. The wind and the pitch. And that one is sliced. And is it going to drop? Yes, it does. You still have a play at second. And got him. That was one of those that you can't fault that one on Nash Kilburn, because you had one of those plays there in which he had to wait and see if the ball was going to be caught. It did drop in front of the right fielder, but not so deep that he wasn't able to make the play with a force out at second. So unfortunate for the Bruins. And the pitch, that one's fouled back behind us. No balls and 1 strike and 2 outs. We've seen that play once before this season where the right fielder made the play at second base because the ball just hung up long enough and the runner had to wait to see if he was going to be able to go. A 1-1 count. And Max Kilburn on first with the fielder's choice. And the pitch. Hard hit ball, but picked up by the third baseman. Makes the long throw for out number 3. Well, the Bruins had an opportunity but could not convert. They picked up no runs on no hits. They had 2 walks in the inning, no errors, and they had 1 man left on base. So we have reached the end of 6, and it's the Jackson Christian Eagles 17, the USJ Bruins 10.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Well, I got news for you, folks. This is going to be a 3-hour game plus by the time we wind this one up here. But we're at the top of the 7th. Lot of offense in this game tonight. 17-10. The Eagles lead the Bruins. And stepping in is Easton Jones, the left fielder, his 6th time up at the plate. And he tries to bunt his way on, and it's going to go foul. He probably would have made it if that had stayed fair, but this was one of those where he just absolutely, he was like a bullet going down to first base, but nothing but a strike. 17 runs, 13 hits for the Eagles, 10 runs, 11 hits for the Bruins. And the pitch, and that one's going to go right up the middle for a base hit. Stopped by the... Yeah, it went by beyond the second baseman, so he just had no way of being able to toss him out. That was just too much of a hard hit ball and a slow roller. So Easton Jones gets on, and that's going to bring up J.T. Mullins, the right fielder. He is flied out, singled twice, struck out, and was hit by a pitched ball. So he is 2 for 4 on the evening. A ball and no strikes to J.T. Mullins with a runner on first and nobody out. And the pitch, and that one was fouled hard off to the left. Catcher Wyatt Jones would be next, and then the second baseman Reed Cooper has made 2 outstanding plays in the field tonight that snuffed out Bruin rallies. He would be after that. And the pitch. And he went after a big one outside. A ball and 2 strikes. He got him to chase that one. And the pitch. And one after it again. For out number 1. That is the 9th strikeout for Bruins pitchers. The runner did advance to second when the ball got away from the catcher, so score that a pass ball. Wyatt Jones, the catcher, is now up. And that's a foul. Now Jones has walked twice. He has singled, struck out. Well, let me take that back. He's walked 3 times tonight. So he's officially 1 for 2. You don't damage your batting average too much if you walk 3 times. And the runner's going to try to go to third. And he just beats the throw. That was another one of those bang-bang plays, but Jones slid in just ahead of the tag. So he's 90 feet away, and we've got an 0-2 count. And Jones, that one's right back up through the middle, and that scores another run. Jones hit that one hard up the middle, and that brings in the other Jones, Easton Jones. So another RBI. And here's Reed Cooper, the second baseman. He's also been on base a lot tonight. He's been on base 3 times. Fielder's choice. He hasn't actually gotten a hit, but he's had a fielder's choice. And he's been hit by a pitch ball. And they throw him out at second. So that was a bullet throw to get him out at second. That's one of those CS plays, caught stealing. So Cooper now 1-1, and bases have been cleared. Bruins now have 11 hits and the Eagles 15 tonight. And the pitch. Inside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. Boy, you'd love to snuff this one out right here. You're still having to come back from 8 runs down, but still the Bruins have had 2 strong rallies tonight. The wind and the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Green, the first baseman, would be up next. And that one is going down the line, foul. Just did curve foul, getting over the first base line. So we're still at 2-2 with 2 out. And nobody on. Bruins would love to have one of those extended miracle rallies in the 7th. And that one is a 2-hopper, and it gets away from the shortstop. So Cooper gets on base with an error, and that brings up Daniel Green, the first baseman. Green reached base on an error, and he has singled twice. He also reached base on a walk. He has scored once. He has an RBI, and he struck out. And that's exactly what you'd like to see right here. And that one is a right into the bouncing ball into the hands of the shortstop. He goes to first and gets him for out number 3. So another run comes home for the Eagles, and they did it on 2 hits and an error, and 1 man left on base. So we have reached the end of 6.5. We got to go get them Bruins. The score is the Eagles 18, Bruins 10.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
All right. This is one of those you want to see 14 or 15 men come to the plate if you're a Bruin fan. And here is Brooks Jones, the first one. And the pitch. Low for a ball. He'll be followed by Hondo Scott and Maddox Rabin. And the pitch. That goes down in the dirt, 2-0. Reminds me of a game years ago between the Phillies and the Cardinals. And the Cardinals fans started pulling for 8 runs. They were down 10-2 going into the 9th. They picked up 7. They had runners on second and third, and it ended up 10-9. High for ball 3. And the wind and the pitch. He was taking that one all the way. 3 balls and a strike. Bruins made rallies in the 3rd and the 5th in particular, and that one is fouled back. and at one point had this lead sliced down to 13-10, but the Eagles have come back for 4 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th. And they've made the miracle comeback almost impossible, but it is not impossible. It's more improbable than that, and that one fouled out of play. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Brooks gets the pitch he wants. And it's low, ball 4. And that's going to bring up Wyatt Scott. He's had a single and scored. He's had an RBI, struck out twice, and flied out to the second baseman. So tonight, 1 for 4. Let's see if he can keep it going. And 1 after 1, a little bit outside. No balls and a strike. And he's got Brooks Jones there at first base. The pitch way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the 3rd inning that Nanny has worked for the Eagles after coming in to relieve Kelly. And the pitch. Slow curve that didn't drop. 2 balls and 1 strike. And waiting on another delivery is Scott. And that one is a slow roller, and it's not going to be picked up. So you got runners on first and second. And Maddox Rabin steps in. So Bruins have got something going here, and let's just see if they can get a lot of guys up to the plate. The pitch to Maddox is outside for ball 1. Bruins 10 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. It's 18-15-2 for the Eagles. And here's the pitch. And got it. And picked him off on first base. Heads up play by the catcher. So score that one 2-3. And 1 away now, and a count of 1 ball and no strikes. Still got a runner on second. That's the second runner to be picked off tonight. And that one is a lazy fly ball that's just going to get out of the infield. And he gets back in a hurry. That was almost a double play. So 2 down. And Kurt Salmons, the last hope tonight for the Bruins. He's been on base 3 times, once on a fielder's choice. He has 2 singles and a flyout. 2 for 4 tonight. And let's see if Kurt can bring the runner at second home. High for a ball. And the pitch. And that one is going to be picked up, and the toss to first. And that's it. Again, another close play at first, but that winds it up. So for the Bruins, it was no runs. And I got to check my card here once again. It was no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. And your final tonight. The JC Eagles 18, the USJ Bruins 10. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this 90-second break.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
Well, this was one tonight that you couldn't exactly call it a pitcher's duel because 28 runs were scored between the two teams. And unfortunately, it was, if you're a Bruin fan, a tough first 3 innings going up against the Jackson Christian Eagles because they put 11 on the board, and it was 11-0 before the Bruins could get off the deck. And they made an 11-4 game after 3. Added another one in the 4th, and then they gave up 2 more to make it a 13-5 game, and it looked like they might be able to really make this a close one. Picked up 5 more runs, left a couple of guys on base in the 5th to close it to 13-10, but I think just about everybody was out of gas by that point because we'd already been playing nearly 2 hours, actually longer than 2 hours at that stage of the game, and been a lot of pitching changes. The Bruins had 7 pitchers in tonight's game. The Eagles 2, and really the big gun for them, it was started right off the bat in the first inning when Austin Kelly, the pitcher, ended up hitting a home run on his 4th pitch right over the left center field wall, and then he ended up being on base 5 times during the game and just did a lot to help his own cause. He scored a run and was just, he was really just a tremendous offensive show, really had a good eye at the plate as well as he pitched 4 innings. He did give up 5 runs in the 3rd and 4th before they brought in Nanny to relieve him. But for the most part, he was the guy that you would have to say was the player of the game because he kept the Bruins in check after he was staked to an 11-0 lead and then had such a strong outing all the rest of the way and picked up a home run to open the game. And then you had also on the Bruins side, Clennon Harden, who got on base twice. He hit a sacrifice fly, and he hit a 2-run homer of his own over the left field wall. And that was in the 5th inning as the Bruins had that 5-run rally to close it to 13-10. But there just wasn't enough in the magic tricks to be able to rally enough to make this a close one. And so it was 18 runs on 15 hits and 3 errors for the Eagles. For the Bruins, 10 runs on 11 hits and 4 errors. The winning pitcher was Austin Kelly. He went 4 innings, and he gave up 5 runs and 8 hits. And the losing pitcher was Nash Kilburn, who started, and he was the first of 7 pitchers. He gave up 5 of the first 11 runs that the Eagles came up with, and the Bruins could not ever get back into a situation where the game was tied. So Nash was the losing pitcher, but he still did a tremendous amount on offense. He walked in the game 3 times, had a run-scoring single, and He scored 2 runs himself. But this one goes in the books as a victory for Jackson Christian, 18-10. The Lady Bruins on the softball field tonight had a solid performance as they won 12-0 in one that was called at the end of 5 innings. Now, they are scheduled to play tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock, but I got news for you. The forecast looks very, very ominous for that to happen. Keep abreast with your favorite weather source to see how it's going to unfold tomorrow, but we are in another one of those things like we've had the last 2 weeks, a prediction of serious storms to come through this area and possibly as early as 1 o'clock tomorrow, and that could continue for several hours. So if you see that it looks pretty bad where you are, that game probably will not be played. We hope it will, but we know how things have transpired over the last 2 weekends, and they have not been good, and now we're getting this in the middle of the week. And I know we're all going to be glad when these dangerous spring storms, and of course you had an 88-degree high in Jackson, Tennessee today, and that is one of the things with this cold front coming behind it that's creating some of the really bad, nasty weather that is headed our way. We're already under a wind advisory that is scheduled to begin at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, we're going to wrap it up from here, and I'll show you who the good people are who have made this game possible. It was directed by Paul Schultze and Alyssa Tatch, and cameras today by Eric Inman, and it was produced by Stephanie Janda. And, of course, the executive producer and the head of the trucking company is Paul Schultze. I'm Steve Beverly. I'm glad to have had you with us here tonight on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network, powered by Worthy Road Studios. And whether we're with you tomorrow or whether it is sometime early next week, this is Steve Beverly saying, come back to see us every chance you get, and remember, so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.